So let's take a look at some of the 1301 policies. These are all things that you probably want to know, be aware of how the class is going to run. So first of all, the modules. These are the smaller lessons that I will put up, a new one every week. They will be up for 2 weeks after I put them up. After that, they disappear. And if you have to submit something that was on that module, you will, except for a few exceptions, you will not be able to submit. So you have to keep on top of your modules in order to get a strong grade in this class. So yes, there is some leeway. That's why I gave you 2 weeks after the modules have been posted to get one done. But after that, that's it. It's the only time you can submit them, okay? So be aware that modules will disappear after a certain amount of time, usually 2 weeks. Also be aware that sometimes I'll put a reading in Module 1 and a quiz in Module 2, and a lot of people don't do the reading and then try to do the quiz, but the module that the reading is in is gone now, and they don't know how to take the quiz. Well, you should just try to stay on top of your modules is my best advice, okay? All right, weekly journals. You will be required to do a weekly journal for this class. They will be on the forums. They won't be required this week, but starting next week, you will be doing weekly journals, okay? They should just be one paragraph. It can be about anything you feel like writing about. But don't ignore these. This is a pretty large chunk of your grade. It's an easy grade. It's just a matter of writing. And I know a lot of people wonder, why do I assign a weekly journal? It's just I find that the writing itself is usually improved by the end of the semester if you continue your weekly journals. Writing is a muscle, and you need to exercise it. And I've taught classes where we didn't do weekly journals and the writing does not improve as much as classes where we did. So I'm a firm believer that maintaining a weekly journal will keep your writing in good shape, okay, or at least assist in that. All right, late papers. A paper can be up to 1 week late without loss of points, but if it is late, then the comments on the paper will be minimal. If it is 2 weeks late, then it will be marked 1 grade lower and so on, okay? So it's a pretty, I think, good deal for you guys. You have lots of time to get your essays done. Try not to assume that means you can wait forever to get a paper done. Some people do this and then they realize they've taken way too long, and it's usually an F paper then, okay? Bad behavior. Treat your classmates and your instructor with professional respect. The class may be online, but it is no excuse to behave in a rude or deriding manner. Pretty much this can happen through forums or emails or anything else. Just try to be respectful to everyone. Technology. You must have access to a computer, internet, Microsoft Word in order to complete this class. I should also add you're probably going to need a PowerPoint program as well. Academic honesty. Academic dishonesty violates both the policies of this course and student code of conduct. In this class, any occurrence of academic dishonesty will be referred to the Dean of Students Services for prompt adjudication and will, at a minimum, result in an F in the assignment. Sanctions may be imposed beyond your grade in this course by the Dean of Student Services. Pretty much the main issue is plagiarism. Don't plagiarize in this class, okay? And then we have to have a policy about plagiarism. Any instance of intentional plagiarism will result in a 0 for the assignment and will be reported to the Dean of Student Services. Pretty much the definition of plagiarism is anytime you submit something and it's not your writing, but you make it look like it's your writing, that is plagiarism, okay? So you do not want to do that. I know there are times where you go, well, the answer that I'm looking for is up on this website or in this article, and all I have to do is, copy and paste and copy and paste. and that's fine. That'll get the essay done. Well, no, that's plagiarism. Okay, I'd much rather get um, your writing than someone's clean, sleek writing, because I can usually tell when the writing is above your level. Okay, so be aware. There are plagiarism programs already installed with the school, and I keep an eye out for it. It's just not something worth trying at this point. Okay. Essay pages. You have a goal of 12 pages for this semester, okay? However you wish to portion your pages between the 3 essay assignments is up to you. For every page you are short of the 12-page goal at the end of the semester, you will lose 5% of your final grade. So remember to maintain an average of 4 pages per paper. I will give you recommendations for how long each paper should be. Pretty much it's the first paper is 3, the next one is 4, and the final one is 5. But if you feel like you know one subject better than another and you want to write an extremely long paper and then a short one for the other ones, that's fine, you can do that. Whatever you feel is appropriate, okay? But don't forget that you have to meet 12 pages for this semester, okay? All right, let's move on to the syllabus itself, okay? So we've got textbooks and then some legal boilerplate for the textbook and then required materials. You're going to need Microsoft Word. You're going to need Microsoft PowerPoint. There will be a presentation at the end of the semester. You'll be submitting your PowerPoint presentation to me, so you will need to be able to attach that. You are also required to have access to a film called Thank You for Smoking, directed by Jason Reitman. It's a comedy, but it has a lot of good arguments for us to look at. So it is one of the required materials for this class. Okay. There's the class breakdown, the grade breakdown. So 25% for class assignments and quizzes. The research project will be 5%. Workshops, these are things you will do through the forums. You'll be putting up rough drafts up in the forums, and then you'll be commenting on other people's rough drafts up in the forums. That's worth 10% of your grade. There are only 3 workshops, so try not to miss out on doing a workshop, okay? It's a very big part of your grade that people tend to ignore, which they shouldn't be, okay? Attendance and participation, pretty much I will be gauging your how much you've completed with your modules. There's a checkoff system that I will look at the end of the semester to see how much you've checked off, and that will be your attendance and participation grade. Okay. The writing journal is 10% of your grade. I said earlier, writing journal is very important to practice your writing. The 3 papers are 30% of your grade. Each paper is worth 10%, so no one paper is more important than the other, but it's up to you, whichever one you want to devote more pages to. I mean, and you can, if you like, just split it all with 4 pages if you like, okay? And then there will be a final exam at the end of the semester. It's a series of online quizzes, and they'll have that up on the end of the semester. The following is a rough schedule. I may change things around a bit here and there, but pretty much that's the direction of the course. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. I'll be happy to answer your questions. You can also use the forums. There's a class discussion forum, and you can use that, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions about the class. You can, if you need to speak with me face-to-face or over the phone, send me an email and we can schedule that and get that set up, okay?